Thousand species of angiosperm have been developed adaptation which minimize the losses to phototranspiration. They all use a supplementary method of carbon dioxide uptake which form a C4 carbon molecule instead of two molecules of 3 carbon in Calvin cycle. Hence, these plants are called C4 plants and they have only Calvin cycle. Thus, then the C3 plants, some C4 plants called chem plants separate their C3 and C4 cycle by time, while the other plants have structural changes in their leaf anatomy so that their C4 and C3 pathway are separated in different parts of the leaf with viscose sequenced. Where the carbon dioxide level is high, the carbon oxygen level will be low. After entering through stomata, carbon dioxide diffuses into mesophyll cell being close to the leaf surface. These cells are exposed to high levels of carbon dioxide but they have no viscose so cannot start photorespiration nor in the dark reaction of the Calvin cycle. Instead, the carbon dioxide is inserted into a 3 carbon compound C3 called phosphophenol pyruvic acid PP, forming the 4 carbon compound oxaloacetic acid. C4 oxaloacetic acid is converted into malic acid or aspartic acid. Both have 4 carbon, which is transported by a plasmodesmata into a bundle sheet cell. The bundle sheet cells are deep in the leaf, so the atmospheric oxygen cannot diffuse easily into them and often have thylakoid with the reduced photosystem too complex on the one that produces oxygen. Both of these features keep oxygen level in the bundle sheet cell, which is where the 4 carbon compound is broken down into the carbon dioxide, which enter the carbon Calvin cycle to form of sugar and a starch and pyruvic acid C3 carbon compound, which is transported back into a mesophyll cell where it is converted into phosphophenol pyruvic acid PEP. These C4 plants are well adapted to and likely to be found in habitats where with highly daytime temperatures and intense sunlight. Because C3 plants cannot tolerate as much light or temperature as the C4 plants can. Some example of C4 plants are crabgrass, corn, sugarcane, sorghum. Although only 3% of angiosperms or C4 plants are responsible of 25% of all photosynthesis on the land, while their percentage is 3% about. For cells in the stem plants, the ability to use the C4 pathway have evolved repeatedly in different families of the angiosperm are remarkable. Hi, today our topic is about chem plants. Chem is abbreviation of crassulacean acid metabolism. These are also C4 plants and the name of these plants is due to that their first time acid metabolism, crassulacean acid metabolism first time was studied in the plant family which is Crassulaceae. That's why the name of these plants is chem plants. However, instead of segregating the C4 and C3 pathway in different parts of the leaf, chem plants separate them in on the basis of time, day and night or night and morning. Chem plants take in carbon dioxide through their open stomata, they tend to have reduced number of them, and night stomata close, thus conserving moisture as well as reducing inward diffusion of oxygen at daytime. Carbon dioxide joins with PEP to form the C4 oxalic acid, oxaloacetic acid. In morning, they accumulated the malic acid leaves the vacuole and is broken down to release carbon dioxide. This is converted to carbon 4 carbon malic acid that accumulates during the night in the central vacuole of the cell, while the carbon dioxide is taken into the Calvin C3 cycle in daytime. These adaptations also enable their own to thrive in conditions of high daytime temperatures, intense light, and low moisture. Although we know that C4 plants normally are also tolerate high temperature and high sunlight intensity and low soil moisture, but these are more efficient than normal C4 like maize plants. Some example of camp plants included cacti, bryophyllum, the pineapple, and the epiphytic bromeliads, sedum, and the ice plant that grow in sandy part of the scrub forest biome. These all are the example of camp plants. This is a picture of a cultivated cacti in the Singapore Botanic Garden. The camp plants, also known as desert plants, mostly these are found in sandy areas, as there is a written that they grow in sandy parts of the scrub forest biome because they can tolerate water, low water quantity, availability, or water shortage, and they can tolerate high temperature intensity and light high light intensity. So that's why they are found in sandy areas most of the life.